The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
This is a clip from Rupaul's Drag Race, where a drag queen has a basketball-themed costume with basketballs as giant breasts. The fact that mainstream feminists are okay with this gross parody of female anatomy demonstrates their total lack of self-respect. Ladies, imagine if a man you knew dressed up as you for Halloween and in his costume wore basketballs as breasts. This behavior is disrespectful to women. Today, I will be reviewing Rupaul's Drag Race from a TERF perspective. For context, Rupaul's Drag Race is a 17-season TV show that started airing in 2009. It's the most popular TV show about drag queens. In the TV show, a group of drag queens, aka men dressed up as women, compete in a beauty pageant-like show. They are evaluated based on ability to construct costumes, performances, and dancing ability. I will analyze the entire show with an emphasis on the most recent season. Before I analyze the show, a quick introduction. My name is Mariana, and on my channel I dissect film, television, and video games from a radical feminist perspective. So if this interests you, please consider subscribing. And a quick disclaimer. This video does not advocate for harassment, violence, nor participation in hate groups of any kind. The number one most misogynistic aspect of drag is that drag queens make fun of women's bodies. The way that they depict female bodies is disparaging. Here are some more examples. In season 17, episode 1, a drag queen dresses in a lemon costume and dispenses lemonade from his fake lemon-shaped breasts with straws sticking out of them. In that same episode, a drag queen makes a degradingly sexual song about breastfeeding.
Walk in, I got the juice. My babies need some food. Hush, little baby, now don't you cry, cause mommy is coming with a full supply. Take a sip or a bite, you choose. From the left or the right, can't lose.
In episode 4, a drag queen yet again portrays female breasts in an extremely sexual way.
I shake my titties because that's my high to ruin she lives.
In episode 8, this line is said.
Girl, I got gold titties out.
Come on, how much more fabulous and stupid does it get than that? Wah, wah.
In episode 10, a man uses the C slur to refer to female genitalia. He also has female breasts drawn onto his chest in a cartoon-like way using paint.
Ooh, that's so.
In episode 1, the C slur is used again.
My drag persona is very.
In episode 4, a drag queen calls an older woman's vagina dry.
So I know y'all remember when Laganja came on stage and thought she was about to have a good old time with these senior citizens.
Y'all, it's very dry. It's almost kind of like your vagina.
It plummeted, it went down fast.
In episode 2, a drag queen wears a fake female behind made out of sponge. In that same episode, a drag queen talks about Cream and his behind is made out of cakes. He also talks about how the outfit is inspired by the trans flag.
Mona Lisa.
I'm serving a very creamy, cream-filled, frosted cake.
In an earlier season, a drag queen by the name of Manila Luzon wore a period dress. This costume was a giant period pad, with blood dripping from it. Keep in mind that this is a man wearing this. This, again, is disrespectful to the female body. Throughout previous seasons, there have been many men sexualizing pregnancy.
Chris and I are basically just trying to serve sexy pregnant MILF realness. I kind of feel like he was a drag queen like a past life because he's doing this too good.
It's a boy. It's a girl. It's both.
In her book, The Lesbian Heresy, Sheila Jeffrey elaborates on the woman-hating nature of drag. She writes, in gay male culture, especially that of drag artists, women are commonly referred to as fish on the basis that women's genitals smell fishy. Khalifa, the founder of the first American lesbian S&M group, uses the same word to apply to women who are the clients of lesbian prostitutes in one of her stories and carries the usage one step further to describe lesbian oral sex. Sheila Jeffrey's explanation of the term fishy is proven correct in Rupaul's Drag Race Canada vs. the World Season 1 Episode 2, where the only biological woman competing in the show calls out a drag queen for using the term fishy.
As the only cis woman here, I can't not say it. Did you use the word fishy in your first, out of curiosity?
Yes.
Okay. Would you understand potentially why that might be offensive? to a cis woman or anyone that owns a vagina. People say it like, oh, I look like a biological woman, so I look fishy because that connects a woman's vagina to being smelling like a fish. I understand the term that was used is used in drag culture and probably goes back years and years and years, but it has taken a bit of courage for me to bring it up because it's terrifying. I know that not everyone will agree with me, but I can't hear misogyny in drag culture.
The male belittlement of the female body is not confined to reproductive organs. Drag also makes fun of the female face. The exaggerated makeup of drag equates the female face to clownishness. Here, you can see that a drag queen makes fun of the fact that women typically have larger lips than men by wearing exaggerated lipstick. How is this stereotyping behavior any different from blackface? In season 17, episode 5, a drag queen pretends to have a deep voice. He stereotypes this voice as lesbian.
How do y'all feel about my secret lesbian voice? I'm Ruth Leslie Fistenberg. I love it.
Sam has chosen to go with this lesbian voice.
There's an argument in the weirder parts of the radical feminist community that drag queens are feminists because they make fun of the feminine stereotypes imposed on women. However, drag queens for the most part make fun of the female bodies women are born with. Drag queens therefore make fun of women and not the stereotype. Also, when these men do make fun of typically feminine personality traits, these are still men making fun of femininity, not women making fun of it, which makes it more mean-spirited than feminist. For example, it's a femininity stereotype that women are mean and catty.
Miss Vanderpump, Miss Rimmer, your table's ready.
Goody. I'm famished.
Want to share a wedge of lettuce?
Sure.
When I watch this scene, the vibe is that these men are looking down on women and perpetuating stereotypes rather than condemning them. There's something misogynistic about how over-the-top catty they act. It's performative. This is how men think women act. Here are some more examples of this stereotyping.
Okay, I'm ready for the runway. The most beautiful you've ever looked.
I hate that bitch.
Girl, when they threw those pies, I was not fucking around because I paid a lot of money for this, okay?
You did?
Drag also relies heavily on beauty standards and makeup. Part of the grand prize is a year's supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup. In episode 7, a drag queen glamorizes plastic surgery by wearing a cosmetic surgery-themed costume with syringes as fingers. In episode 1, a drag queen perpetuates beauty standards by saying this line.
I'm not one of those campy comedy queens. I'm a demure petite woman. I'm not like the rest of those Boston girls.
And this happens some more in episode 5.
Pay no attention to my daughter. She was an ugly kid who compensated by becoming a
Here are some additional misogynistic things that the drag queens say.
Jewel Sparkles is the Latina supermodel with one brain cell. It's cutesy, it's I feel like the ultimate princess.
My name is Hormona Lisa. That is like the Mona Lisa, but
But first, we need a virgin.
They talk about virgins a lot on the show, by the way. Very creepy. And of course, one of the drag queens is a furry. I'm now going to talk a little bit more about how gay male culture negatively affects lesbian culture, but with the disclaimer that lesbians and gays can sometimes form effective alliances, and that not all gay men are misogynistic. That being said, I think that lesbians would gain a lot from separating from gay men to form an independent movement. You'll soon see why. In her book, The Lesbian Heresy, Sheila Jeffreys writes, "Man-loving is one rather obvious way in which gay men diverge from lesbians. Gay men desire and love members of the ruling class of men. In this respect, gay men are loyal to the basic principle of male supremacy, man-loving." Sheila Jeffreys then quotes American lesbian philosopher Marilyn Frye. If man-loving is the rule of phallocratic culture, as I think it is, and if therefore male homoeroticism is compulsory, then gay men should be numbered among the faithful, or the loyal and law-abiding citizens, and lesbian feminists are sinners and criminals, or, if perceived politically, insurgents and traitors. Jeffreys then writes, "Lesbians are in a very different position. Against all odds, lesbians choose to love members of the inferior sex class. In this way, they are disloyal to male supremacy. where lesbians can be seen to have overcome all the training they have received about women's innate disgustingness and unlovableness in order to love women, those gay men who worship masculinity reveal a woman-hating quite consistent with the woman-hating of a straight society. The radical political potential of lesbianism rests upon precisely lesbian love of women. True, at the end of the day, gay men are still men, and like straight women, they love men, the ruling class. Also, gay men tend to have more money and political power than lesbians because they are men. A prolific aspect of gay male culture is BDSM. BDSM is physical abuse masquerading as sex positivity, no matter the biological sex of the people partaking. Lesbian feminists in the late 20th century knew that BDSM was an excuse often used by straight men to abuse women. Jeffries writes, "It is not hard to see how lesbians fall under the sway of gay male politics and culture. Mainstream politics tends to throw lesbians together with gay men, as in the funding of the London Lesbian and Gay Centre. When sadomasochists demanded to meet at the building and the collective decided to allow them to, then lesbian feminists became involved to fight the decision. We felt that it was important to the lesbians using the building. We lost, predictably, since the majority of lesbian members of the center voted against the gay man, who outnumbered us, voted overwhelmingly for the right of the sadomasochists to meet. This is a useful demonstration of the difficulty of lesbians and gay men seriously organizing together without accepting gay male priorities." Jeffrey's observation applies to Rupaul's Drag Race, which promotes BDSM culture in many episodes. Sometimes through speech, but many times through the costumes worn. And one more of my favorite quotes from Sheila Jeffries because I really love this book. Here she explains why gay male culture makes lesbian culture less romantic. Lesbian sex therapists give support to the idea that lesbians are sexually deficient in comparison with gay men, and provide another form of sex education to reconstruct lesbian sexuality in a gay male image. The sex therapist Margaret Nichols considers that all lesbians are essentially sexually repressed. Heterosexual women are too, we are told. It is only men who are not, particularly gay men. And lesbians are told that they must imitate gay male sexual practice. Lesbian sexuality, according to Nichols, needs to get more male in its orientation, with more emphasis on sex itself and perhaps less on romance. This, she concluded triumphantly, was already happening. Like, it might be hypothetically fine for women if this over-sexualized promiscuity culture was contained within gay male culture, but this condemnation of romance ultimately has seeped into lesbian culture. Here are some examples of the over-sexualized nature of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm ready to lose my virginity to my sugar daddy man.
Oh, daddy, I think I stained the sheets.
Is that a carrot on your face or you just happy to see us?
Throughout the show, there are many random men wearing only underwear. These men perform random tasks as extras in the show. In episode 2, a drag queen makes a costume based on a pedophilic illustration. Coppertune Sunscreen used to have an illustration of a young girl on a beach with a dog biting her swimsuit. It was grossly pedophilic, and this drag queen makes an even more sexualized costume based on that illustration. But let's get into some directly disrespectful things that the drag queens have said about lesbians specifically. In episode 5, there's a sexualized parody of lesbians. For context, beaver is a derogatory way of saying vagina.
Connie, do you prefer your beavers wild or tame?
Well, I love a great big bushy beaver.
Damn!
This sexualization continues in episode 7, when a drag queen holds up a crude drawing of lesbian scissoring.
And if I know one thing about lesbians, they love scissors.
What is that?
Scissors?
Oh, scissors,
Yes.
right, yes.
In episode 15, a drag queen uses a homophobic slur to refer to lesbians.
Susie is giving me hot lesbian. The are gonna live for this, honey. Can I say that?
In the final analysis, RuPaul's Drag Race is anything but progressive. It is male perversion disguised as feminism. Liberal feminists are afraid to be critical of gay male culture because they don't want to look homophobic. Those women should grow a fucking backbone. It is so obvious that these men have disdain towards women. Feminists who defend drag are severely lacking in self-respect. They prioritize the male right to promiscuity over the female right to dignity, which I'm pretty sure is the opposite of feminism. Feminists and lesbians need to have movements separate from gay men. I am new to making video essays on YouTube, but I plan to make more soon, and consistently. If you enjoyed this video, please consider following me on X. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.